Hello guys and welcome to today's video. Well, today we are gonna do a fun Q&A video which I promised I would do, and I posted on my YouTube channel that I was doing one, and I got like 16 questions, which is pretty decent. So I'm gonna try to answer all of these 16 questions. It's a nice amount, not too much, not too less, so it will be a good filled video, and we are going to talk a little bit about the questions that you guys asked me. So I'm going to start with the first question, the oldest one, and that is from Josh Studley. Sorry if I say your name incorrectly, I'm sorry. How much longer are you keeping your car, and what BMW are you wanting next? So how much long am I keeping my car, and what car do I want next? So there is no straight answer to that question. It's a very good question though, but it all depends on one thing, and that's money. If my YouTube channel decides to explode next month, like really explode, and I get 1 million views and a lot of subscribers, then yeah, I am thinking of getting like a better car, an M2 or something, or an M4, whatever. It all depends on the money. So logical wise, imagine if my YouTube channel just is slowly growing like it is now, then I think I'm going to keep this car for at least another 2 years, because I still have a lot of plans with it, and I just enjoy it. I like driving this car. It has been great. For now, I had no major issues with it. It runs a power grade. It's a good daily driver, and I've put already a lot of money in it, so it would be a little bit stupid to already get rid of it. But for now, I think 2 years will be a safe bet to keep this one at least. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit less longer, but I think I would keep this one for 2 years, and then the next car would, I have a few cars in mind that I would want to, like first of all, I would get a 1M35i from this generation, because these are coming very cheap actually, the latest year. So I would get one of those probably in 2 years, because even if YouTube wouldn't be a big success, I would be able to afford one of these, just because they are becoming that cheap, and then I already have paid this one off in 2 years. I can sell it, and then I get a loan at the bank for a new one. And yeah, I think a 1M35i is, I'm 99% sure that I will be able to get one of these. If money wise, I'm a little bit more, if I have a little bit more money, should I say, then I would really pick a 1M40i, because the B58 engine really has a lot of potential, and you can really make one of these cars stupidly fast. But like a 1M40i, yeah, with pure turbos, I've seen one doing from 100 to 200 kilometers an hour in less than 5 seconds, which is just insane. And if I would ever get 1M40i, I would make it like stupidly fast, like 600 horsepower at least. But yeah, if I even have more money than that, I would get an M2. I'm really in love with an M2. And if I would be able to even get more money, then I would get an M2 competition, because the S55 engine is really also very capable, and the M2 competition is a very cool engine. You can get a lot of horsepower out of it. So yeah, and if I was able to get a little bit more money, then I would even keep this one next to the M2 or something. I don't know. If I would get a 1M35i or a 1M40i, I would sell this car, because there is no point in having two identical cars just with a smaller engine. But if I would have like an M2, or like another Ram car, I hate bikers, then I would definitely get like an M2 or an M2 competition and keep this one. Those bikers were looking really weird at me. Get a car, goddammit. So yeah, if I would have enough money, I would keep this one next to an M2. We will see. It all depends on the money. So yeah. Next question is. Oh, it's refreshing. God damn it. Okay. Give me a second, please. Next question is from the suspect, and what are the next steps for your car performance-wise? I already have a few plans. I was actually first, focusing on the interior to get that fixed, so get the black roof and all the other parts that I need. But now with the corona, that's put on hold a little bit. But that will be my next focus when everything is back online. Like I said, so I'm first gonna fix the M interior completely, and then afterwards I'm getting some new tires because these are actually completely bald. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, I think of going semi-slicks. Nankang NSR2s sound really promising for the price, so I'm thinking of getting those. So for the performance, that would be very nice. Yeah, tires performance mod. Yeah, it's a performance mod, but it's a little bit lame if I would say that that's the only performance mod I'm gonna do. I'm also going to do a strut brace in the front to keep the front a little bit more stiffer. I'm also going to do an intercooler, a charge pipe, a diverter valve, a boost pipe, so that the engine is a little bit more capable of running this horsepower in like a heavy track day on some hot weather. So those are the upgrades that I'm going to do. I know of. These will be for the next upcoming months. So yeah, those are the upgrades I'm certain of I'm doing. I'm still probably going to do other upgrades as well, but I'm not sure yet which ones. So we're gonna see about that. I'm not going to plan too much forward, but the plans I just called, I'm pretty sure that these are the ones that I'm going to do the next upcoming months. So yeah, semi slicks, strut brace in the front, charge pipe, boost pipe, diverter valve, and intercooler. Okay, so a budget of 100k. Which car or cars will you take for that money? Multiple second-hand cars is also an option. Question by Driving Life. 100k. Well, that's a very tough question because I can make like 10 lists of cars that I would buy for 100k car for 100k. I mean, I would say like I'm getting a brand new BMW M2 CS full option. Those are about 100k, but that would be a little bit, misplaced money. But because for 100k you can get much more on the second-hand market. So I think I would go second-hand. But like I said, man, I can make a lot of lists. Like I want an E46 M3, one M Coupe, and then give me an M2, so a list like that. But I think if it has to go like a real list, like definitive one, I think as a daily driver I would buy an F80 M3, so the saloon, just because it's a little bit bigger and a bit longer, more room and stuff like that. So I also would tune that one. I mean, intake, exhaust, downpipe, coilovers, and I would make it really fast. So I think that would be one option. Then I think for a drag car I would get an M2 and also tune that up for track use more. And then with the rest of the money, without the mods into the budget, I think with the other resting money, I would think I would be able to get a 130i E87, so 1 series. And why would I get one of these? Well, like the M3 is a daily driver, the M2 is a track day weapon, and the 130i is a little more nostalgia car. What was I saying again? So a 130i would be the last choice because that's a 1 series, and that would be like going a little bit back to my roots. And I really like a 6-cylinder natural aspirated. I've driven one and I really fell in love, but it was just a little bit too expensive for daily driving back then. So yeah, I would get one of these just to have the old school feeling a little bit, for the price at least, because if I really want to have an old school feeling I would get an E46 M3, but then that wouldn't suit the budget. at least not here in Belgium. So yeah, a 130i just to have that old school feeling again, and then the M2 for track days and the M3 as a daily driver. So yeah, that would be my choice, I think, for 100k. But I mean, it's very possible if you ask me that question tomorrow, I would say 3 other cars. So it's really, you know, it's a tough question. It's a good one, so, but it's a tough one. Refreshed again. Okay. How much money did you spend on your car? Well, that's easy. I calculated that. Now where the car sits right now, I have spent 10,000 euro in modifications, which is quite a lot if you ask me actually. I was never planning on doing it, but I just got carried on with YouTube and then finding even more mods for a decent price, because I wasn't going to do them first because they were too expensive, and then I found them for a good price and I did them anyway. Like the M tier, I was never planning on doing it, but you know, I found one for a good price and I was like, fuck it. And then yeah, it carried on, and now we're standing here with a 24,000 euro 114i, which was never really meant to be, but I mean, yeah, it is what it is, you know. At least I have fun, so that's the most important thing. The next one is from Mattia Camilleri, if I say it right. And that is, how much MPG does your car get? Well, I don't use MPG, miles per gallon, but I calculated it for you, and my car does about 35, and that's with normal driving in traffic with some regular pulse. You know, if I do a little bit more pulse, I will get less MPGs. If I do a little bit less pulse, I will get a little bit more. But most of the time I get around 35 miles per gallon, which is pretty decent for a car like this. I mean, it's a small 1.6 tuned to 225 horsepower, so I don't think that 35 miles per gallon is, you know, bad. So it's pretty alright. Okay, next question is from Isa963. If you had unlimited money, what car would you buy? Ooh, if I would have unlimited money, I think I wouldn't keep it at one car. I think I would start like gigantic car collection, like Jay Leno. But if it has to be one car, I mean, I really like a Ferrari 488 Pista, and a Lamborghini Huracan, or a McLaren 600 LT, or the new 765 LT. Or like BMW M8 Competition, whatever. I really like those cars a lot, but if I would have unlimited budget and I would really, you know, could buy any car that I want, I think I would go for like a Koenigsegg Agera RS, just to be the fastest one. I mean, yeah, maybe some tuned cars are faster, but I mean, everyone you come across on the road, at least here in Belgium. I know in the USA there are a little bit more very specially tuned cars. Here in Belgium it's not that, but I mean, with a car like that, and you come across like a Porsche or Ferrari or a Lamborghini, that guy will walk away with his tails between his legs. If you go to a car show with Lamborghinis and McLarens and whatever, you will steal the show with that car. So I would really just want that car just to be a little bit more special than anyone else. And also, you know, how much horsepower do they have? I mean, 1,200 something. So they really have a lot of power. They are stupidly fast. I mean, they did a speed run and the car hit more than 460 kilometers an hour, which is just insane. So yeah, if I had unlimited money, I would get many cars, but a Koenigsegg Agera RS would be the car that I would get if I only get one car. So yeah, just to be faster than anyone else, just to be the king of the road. And it's a very sick looking car. I mean, I really like how it looks. So yeah, Koenigsegg Agera RS. That's my definitive answer. Refreshed again. Anyway, next question is from Jonathan de Jong. What kind of time will do F20 120D 0 to 100 kilometers an hour? Well, I just googled that for you, and it says 7.2 seconds. So I think around 7 seconds, if you were able to launch the car a little bit better, if you have better tires, I think it will be around 7 seconds, and if you tune the car it will be like sub 6, because I was able to get this car launched under 6 seconds. So a 120D stage 1 has the same horsepower but more torque, so I think you should also be able to get under 6 seconds with stage 1 tune. So yeah, around 7 seconds stock and sub 6 seconds with a stage 1 tune. Okay, so Simon Dilgant or something, sorry mate if I said wrong. Why did you buy a 114i and not a 116i? Well, the 116i and the 114i are basically identical, so I really, didn't mind getting one of two. But I was actually preferring a 114i because of, they are actually cheaper, because most people don't know they are the same engine as the 116i, so they charge less for a 114i than a 116i, even when it's the same engine and the same car, just with no tune on it. And I was like, after a stage 1 tune, they both have 220 horsepower, so why would I pay more for the same engine and the same car just to have a higher stock horsepower number, which will be, gone after a month anyway, because the car will get tuned. So that's why I was like, get a 114i. And also the insurance is way cheaper on 114i, because insurance companies don't like young guys driving fast cars. So they're like 102 horsepower, that's fine, keep it at that, good job, boy. And a 136, they're already a little bit more like, that's getting at the edge, so they charge a little bit more, like way more. I think it was a 150 or 200 euro difference just for the 34 horsepower, because I'm that young. So I was like, screw that. So I actually, with going to a 114i, I saved around 1,000 euro. Also tax is lower, so yeah, that's why I went for the 114i. And after stage 1 tune, they both have 220 horsepower, so yeah, that's why I got a 114i. So same question, another question also from Simon. Is your tune bad for your engine and turbo? No, because I got a tune at a good tuner. You can do a bad tune, then you will damage some stuff. But if you get it done at a good tuner, then it will not harm your car if you, do all the things that you should do. I actually made a video, uploaded a video about that a few days ago. But that was actually after you posted this question, so it's normal you ask it. But yeah, I mean, be sure to drive your engine warm, oil change every 10,000 kilometers, let the turbo cool down after you run it hard before you turn off the engine. And if you do those things, a tune won't harm your car if you get it done properly. So a tune doesn't harm your car or engine. It will, if you're driving the whole freaking day like a maniac, always redlining it like I do sometimes, then yeah, it's possible that you will, that some components will give a little bit sooner as when the car was not tuned. Overall, it's still, it's a good car, it's a good tune, and I had no problems with it so far. So far, so good. Next question is from Ollie Adlam. What's the total amount of money you spend on your vehicle? Well, we already answered that question. It's about 10,000 euro. So the next one is Zolus. What's your favorite cosmetic mod you've done to the car? My favorite mod would be, let me take the camera for you. I think that my favorite mod, watch out that I don't damage anything, I think it would be the M-front bumper. Because actually that, for me, there's a big difference before and after that bumper. I know the bumper looks disgusting right now. I have driven like 250 on the highway last week and we catched a lot of flies. But yeah, I think the M bumper really transformed the car. It just made it look completely different. With the angel eyes, of course, but I think the M bumper is the biggest, baddest, coolest mod that I've done. Because if you look at the car, the shape is like completely different than the stock bumper, and it looks way more aggressive since I had it. But if you're like, well, that's on some cars that's a stock, that's a stock thing, then I agree with you. And my next favorite modification then would be the spoiler, because I think the spoiler just gives just gives the boot another dimension. It looks way cooler as it sits then, I think. So yeah, that would be my next more favorite thing. Also, like, wheels and coilovers are also very nice, but I think I would go for the spoiler. Anyway, let's go back. So the next question would be, and it refreshed again. I don't get why this phone refreshes. Is it has 12 gigabytes of RAM, yet it refreshes the whole freaking time. Okay, next. Oh, the next three questions are from the same guy. So Tenzin Sepsel. So where do you get all your parts? Well, I get a lot of parts from Bimmer Products, Punt NL, or J Hush Parts Punt NL. So I will leave a link on in the description. But yeah, I mean, really, like, almost all parts I got from there. So you can basically tune that car. That's weird. So you can basically build your own car from that website. So they have like a lot of stuff. So yeah, Bimmer Products .nl and JH Parts .nl. So those are really those websites. I think if you buy everything from those websites, you can really make my whole car. Yeah. Okay, so next question. What's the name of the garage where you did your muffler delete? I'm from Antwerp, by the way. So you're pretty close. Bollard's Custom Works is where I did it. So he did my exhaust. Very happy with it. Was for a very decent price. I will also leave his Facebook page in the description. You can just chat with him, and then you can figure something out. So he did my exhaust. First he did the muffler delete, then the resonator delete. So yeah, that's what he did to the car. And then, did you have to pay more insurance when you had your car tuned? If so, how much? Well, I didn't told the insurance that I got my car tuned, so no, because 225 horsepower, they will ask a little bit too much money for that horsepower number. So I'm a little bit like, fuck off. I will just get a 135i or whatever I said within 2 years, and then you can rip me off. But now I'll just keep it as it is. So no, I didn't pay more because I don't know it. Okay, then next question is from Rene Nicolay or something like that. Sorry if I say it wrong. But will you add a downpipe on your F20, or will everything stay the same as it is now? So, like I said, I have done some other modifications, which I'm going to do. But I'm also thinking about in the future doing like an LSD and a downpipe and a turbo. But these are still gray area, so not 100% sure yet, because if I'm going to add a downpipe, I will have to really put back my resonator, because then the car will be just too loud. Because I have a friend who did a straight pipe and a downpipe, and it's not daily drivable anymore. So then I will put back a resonator. But then afterwards, I mean, yeah, downpipe. Let us say it's grayish with a little bit tint of green, so there's a very big possibility that I am getting one, but I'm just not sure when yet. So downpipe probably, and then with the intercooler and the other stuff, I'm probably gonna get the car retuned again, so have a little bit more horsepower. And now maybe if the turbo ever gives, we will get a turbo on the car, and then we will push 300 horsepower. Maybe, I'm not sure yet. I mean, I don't want my engine to blow, So yeah, it would be sick to drive a 300 horsepower 114i, but the car looks like a 135i anyway, so yeah. But yeah, would be cool. We'll see. Downpipe, probably, not sure when yet. And then last question is from Nathan. What's your job? Well, I work at Mercedes-Benz, which is kind of ironic. I don't work it for that long. I started working there for like 4 weeks ago. No, a little bit longer now, but I worked there 4 weeks, and then the whole Corona thing shut everything down. But I'm going to work there after everything is done again. So I didn't work for too long over there. But what do I do? Well, when someone buys a new car, I make sure that the car is in perfect condition when it's delivered to the customer. So when new cars arrive from the truck, I inspect them on cosmetic damage. So if there is any damage to the car, I need to see it at first sight, because then it's the truck driver's fault. Um, then also, if you buy a young second-hand car, then I will drive it to the yearly inspection, make sure everything on the car is okay. So I will make the car in perfect condition again. So if you need to like replace battery, I will make sure the mechanics do it. If it needs an oil change, I will make sure that the mechanics do that as well. I will make sure that all the papers are fine, that the car is clean, that everything is good, tire pressure, fluids are on top. So really, that's my job. And also on a new car, I make sure that the car is in perfect condition. If there is a little scratch, I will buff it away. If there has to be like a repaint or something, I will say that to the guys who repaint, and then I said you have to repaint that stuff. So yeah, I inspect the cars on damage, and I actually make them clean for the new customers. So my car is not a good example at the moment. But like I said, I have been a lazy fuck the last weeks. Yeah, I've been so lazy. The Corona things makes me even more lazier as I am. But yeah. So yeah, let's see. I think I got all the questions now. Yeah, those are all questions. So yeah, I actually work at Mercedes-Benz, which is funny. And like I said, I actually clean the cars over there and make sure everything is fine. So yeah, guys, that was it for today's video. It was fun doing it. I think I'm going to do this on a regular basis, like once every month or so. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how many of you guys answered the question. But it was a fun video to do. The weather is nice. Tell me what you think about the video, if you would like to see another one of these. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.